I want to challenge you to do one thing that will completely change your YouTube channel and income potential in the next 90 days. Commit to YouTube for 3 months. No quitting, no restarting, no bouncing to the next shiny platform. The truth is that most people do not fail on YouTube because they're bad at it. They actually fail because they're quitting right before the momentum hits. If you can commit to staying consistent for the next 90 days, you will definitely see real measurable progress. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what to focus on and how to do it without burning yourself out. Personally, I have built audiences across multiple platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And from my own personal experience, I have found that YouTube continues to again and again be the biggest and most profitable platform for me. YouTube wins by a landslide for 3 main reasons. First is the shelf life on YouTube. What's great about YouTube videos is that it can bring in views, subscribers, and ultimately sales for your business months and months after you post them. A lot of times my monthly income from YouTube is actually made up of videos that I have posted months or maybe even years ago. The second reason I think YouTube is superior to other platforms is that it actually builds real relationships with people. By creating long form content, people are getting to know you a little bit more. I think a lot of my subscribers and viewers know a lot about me. They know that I'm a mom. They know that I was laid off from my tech job. And I think that that also gives YouTube a leg up because people are actually invested in the person behind the camera rather than just a quick hit of dopamine like you would get from other platforms. And the third reason I love YouTube is because I think it has the most amount of profitable income streams attached to it. Of course, there's things like ads from getting monetized on YouTube, but there's also affiliate marketing, brand sponsorships, digital products, and more. I have found that it is significantly harder to build multiple income streams from different platforms, so I definitely love YouTube for that reason. Now, let's talk about what you actually need to be posting about because I know that this is where a lot of people get stuck. You do not need to have the perfect niche to start, but I do have a few caveats, a few guidelines that you should follow here. First off, I don't recommend doing what I did, which is posting a little bit about everything. When I first started my YouTube channel, I posted anything you could think of, reviewing books, lifestyle vlogs, sit down chit chat videos like this. I posted what I eat in a day. I mean, I really posted a little bit of everything. Ultimately, I think it slowed down my growth, and I don't necessarily recommend doing that if you can at all avoid it. I have found personally that it is the easiest to be successful on YouTube within one of these 3 main categories: health, wealth, or relationships. But that doesn't mean that you can't branch out, so hear me out here. Within those categories, there are endless angles that you could take. For health, it could be fitness, it could be mental health, it could be meal prepping, it could be having a healthy home. Gains by Brains is one of my favorite fitness influencers to follow because her videos are very science-backed and very educational and actually helpful. For relationships, it's not just romantic relationships. It could be parenting, it could be friendships, or even managing business relationships. Tam Cower, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, she falls a little bit more within self-relationship type of building. Within wealth, there are things like investing, budgeting, side hustles, business, and more. Ali Abdaal, who falls more into the wealth and productivity niche. Again, there's so many different ways that you can think about angles within these categories. Do you think one mistake that people often make is trying to narrow down their niche too much right off the bat? Or maybe even trying to perfectly define their ideal audience before they've even, posted a video. So what should you actually do? And in order to pick which one you think will work best for you, think about what you could talk about for 15 minutes on end without not knowing what else to say. Or maybe think about something that people often ask you questions about. Do they often ask you how you can afford to travel on a budget? That could be a great niche for you. Then once you've identified kind of your broad lane, it could be, again, within maybe wealth, it is how to make passive income from digital products. Or if it is relationships, maybe you're focusing more on various different ways that people can make friends, especially as maybe an introvert or something like that. Then don't skip this part, please. Do some research. Look at other channels within your niche and figure out what is actually working well for them. I'll dive more into this in a second as far as identifying videos that will actually pop off and help your channel explode. So stick around if you want to learn a little bit more about how I have done this. And then finally, obviously, you're going to start posting content within the lane that you've chosen. It can also be super helpful to let your audience sort of reveal themselves. Maybe you post within the health category a little bit of workouts, maybe some gym workouts, some home workouts, and maybe you find that the videos that consistently perform best for you are home workout videos. So that will kind of help you identify which path to follow. Remember that clarity is going to come from action and analyzing your result, not just sitting there and thinking about it. So once you have your lane, the next question is going to be, what exact video should I make next week? One thing that you never want to do is take a guess at what you should post on YouTube. There should actually be some strategy behind it. So really quick, if you are thinking,
this all sounds great, but I have no idea what I would actually post on YouTube,
or maybe you're just feeling in a little bit of a YouTube posting slump, I have actually created a free list of over 100 YouTube video ideas across 10 different niches. You can grab it for free via the link down in my description box. Leverage it to help you on this 90-day challenge. The fastest way to grow on YouTube and to have even a chance of popping off, going viral, is to model what is already working really well on this platform. And I just want to say, I'm not talking about copying anybody here. We definitely do not want to be copying. We want to be original and creating our own content. But what can be really helpful is taking a look at what is already working really well within your niche and seeing how you can then put your own kind of angle on a similar video topic. So how do we do this? So maybe you already have a list of creators that you really like to follow, and you can go through their videos and see which ones have performed exceptionally well for them. Look at what's actually grabbing your attention and why it's a top performing video for them. Is it the thumbnail? Is it the title? Is it the subject matter of the video? Study these videos to see what is working and why, so that you can then learn from that and implement those learnings in your own videos. This will then kind of help you create an idea bank, so that when you are trying to come up with a new video idea for next week, you can actually just pull from this idea list of videos that you know are already performing well, topics that are performing well within your niche. By doing this, you're going to massively increase the odds of a video actually performing well, and you're going to take a ton of guesswork out of what's actually working within your niche. And a little pro tip I have for you, leverage AI tools like ChatGPT to help you out. I actually use ChatGPT to do things like build me a script outline for a video topic that I've come up with. Then I go through and I kind of fill it in with, my own personal anecdotes, my own stories, or just give it my own voice a little bit. A lot of times I am sort of reading from a script or rough outline that I then again kind of fill in with my own pieces of information that I want to make sure that I include in my videos, but I do leverage AI to make my life a lot simpler. And the last thing I want you to do for this challenge is to keep it simple. This challenge should not feel overwhelming at all. Here's my rule for you for the next 90 days. 1 video per week. That's it. And while we're on the topic, keep your video creation simple too. You don't need to have a word-by-word, fully fleshed out script. You don't need to have fancy gear, fancy equipment to start. In fact, I actually started my own YouTube channel by recording on my phone. I propped it up on the windowsill so that I had good natural light, did barely any edits. It was the most simple, basic YouTube video ever, but I just started, right? So you don't need to have a ton of fancy gear or equipment or technology or software. Just start and keep it as simple as you can. And bulk create your content. I actually sit down and film multiple videos at once so that it makes it less overwhelming and makes my time even more efficient. Remember that your first few videos are not supposed to be good, they're just supposed to exist. During this challenge, perfection is not the goal, momentum is. Every video is going to teach you something. All your job is to make your next video slightly better than the last video. And once you start posting on YouTube, you'll be able to sit down and look at your YouTube analytics and understand what type of videos people are drawn to on your YouTube channel, and you can continue to learn, pivot, and grow from there. If you are really excited about content creation this year in 2026, and you want even more thorough step-by-step guide on taking your YouTube channel to the next level, getting it monetized, and more, make sure you check out my Mom to Monetized ebook. As a simple disclaimer, this is not just for moms, so if you are a man or just somebody who is really busy, this ebook will also apply to you. I will have a link to download that down in my description box. Also, I'd love to know what type of channel you are starting or growing, and I'd love to come check it out, maybe even provide some input. So if you want to do that, feel free to drop your YouTube channel in the comments box as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you like hearing tips on how to grow on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year, and I will catch you in the next one.